when it's not saving. You be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cause. On the res, watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist.
Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And off we go from Jacksonville. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Set 70, Indy. Set, go. Ready.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. The open man is Westbrook. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here we go, set 15, Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Let's go.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Let's go.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First down, Texans.
Check the backer. Joker.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back at his 48-yard line.
What's that? 19. Microphone forward. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Go. Give me fast.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
We play it to win.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. Check out free.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check. 59 Mike. Check. 59. 54. Get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Mike.
From the 22, Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Mike is 50. Bring it. He's checking. Crash. Kill. 49. Check 49.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Safety's gripping. Hey, check 24. What's the 6? What's that? Bang. Check 29.
And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second and goal, Watson. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
That opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Okay, ready? Mike 55. Greystone, travel. Come on. Slam. Let's go.
Off play action, it's Minshew. They'll roll him out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Minshew throwing on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. That's caught out wide by Stills. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And some room to maneuver. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
On 1st down, McFarland. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Check him off. Check the call. Check the call. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. It's on.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. His stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Running right, this is Ingram. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
General West.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3, cut, balls out of his...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
Brings up second and 9 at the 14-yard line.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check. I got one.
On second and 9, Watson escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for Stills. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable here from the 38. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to an early lead over the Dolphins. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. And he will have a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They start the second half with Johnson. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike's 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 59, Mike. 55. Check, 59.
Now it's Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Check, 59, 59. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check 59. 24. It's 59. Alert, alert. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Low sand.
On 2nd and 12. Watson. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
He gets it to Cooks. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Mike, 44. Let's go, defense. Let's go. 59. Here we go. He's coming. 59. He's coming. Double up. 44 to Mike. It's free. Silver.
On first down, Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. He's crashing. He's checking crack. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
No matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm going back to you. 26. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go. Mike's 31.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Josh Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Johnson. Room here to run. David Johnson on his way. The 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big run there by Johnson. 68 yards. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Check safety, check safety.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's...
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
Let's go, let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel...
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. On play action, they'll throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Big edge, big edge, big edge. Shoot. Hey, 31.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to down him. Go.
On second down, it's Ingram. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And Watson's going to throw it here. This one complete to Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Check 99. Check 99. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Showing it. Showing it. Check.
Hey, 31.
Check. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Houston, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
In the field